Today on Comic Book Battle, Justice League Odyssey Issue 1 versus Infinity Warp's Iron Hammer Issue 1. Hey comic book fans, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you Comic Book Battle. This is episode 4, and this is the video series where each and every week I put two comic books against each other to battle it out, and who will reign supremacy? Well, you'll soon find out. So what is this week's contenders? Well, the first one we have is Justice League Odyssey issue number 1. And we have it going against Infinity Warp's Iron Hammer. This is also issue 1. So, which one are you going to pick up at the store if you have not picked up one yet? Well, look at the cover art here first, and we get to see which one might entice you a little bit more. I don't know. First one, we have Justice League Odyssey, as we get to see our team members here front and center, which consists of Cyborg, Jessica Cruz, Starfire, Azrael, which is cool, and then there's Darkseid there, right? And so next we go on to the Infinity Warp's Iron Hammer issue, and we get to see the focus here on Iron Man with a Thor-like hammer, right? So that really piques your curiosity, and if you're following the events of Infinity Wars, we get to know that all these heroes have been mashed up. So going off of the covers, they both look pretty cool, and you might be interested, okay? This book here comes straight from the No Justice books. So, and we get I think it's our third or fourth final team here. So let's talk about Justice League Odyssey first, okay? So, first things first, we open it up, we check out some of this interior artwork here, and we get to see that DC is using more and more of these books where it has these non-glossy pages, which is fine for me. I actually like them better. It kind of reminds me of older type of style of comics. The artwork, though, facial expressions are okay for me. But some of them are just a little wonky, and the hair looks stringy in some of the characters when you look at this particular book. And I'll actually zoom in on that so you can kind of see it, if I can. So yeah, you can see there that Jessica it just looks a little weird. It's just a little off for me. So yeah, as we go forward into the book, here's some more of this particular artwork. In this book, we wind up seeing Jessica Cruz, how she's on this patrol and whatnot, and we wind up seeing that she's kind of going a little stir crazy out there, and then we get to see the formation of our team in this issue, which first consists of Starfire and Cyborg, and then you get introduced to Azrael in this issue as well. There's a lot of exposition in this book, and I was actually a little bit bored when reading it. Nothing here grabbed my attention. There was no real hook. We just had this threat of this world or this ghost space that was going to destroy our heroes, and it just wasn't very interesting to me. I just felt very bored. And my one issue that I had with this book as well is that a lot of the dialogue in this book was actually very smudgy. I don't know what happened with the font or the printing in it, and I'm not sure if everyone's book got this, but it was very hard to read at times. I was just like, I can't make out what the words say. I had to struggle with it. Now, it could be me getting old, but I think it was a mess up there. And even here in Darkseid's words, when he makes his appearance, it's not very clear. So I was very disappointed with the, when this came out of print or whatnot, that they didn't notice this. Again, the story was not very interesting to me. The formation of the team, I could really care less, and I was quite disappointed with this book. All right, next, let's talk about Iron Hammer Infinity Warp's issue 1. This book is written by Al Ewing, and the artwork is done by Raymond Rosales. For an Iron Man book, and I've said this before, I feel like that the artwork needs to be really detailed. I love great detail when it comes to Iron Man books in general, and I would say that for Thor as well when you got all this lightning and stuff going on. But the book is not very detailed in art. I think it lacks in detail, and I feel like it's very simplistic art at times too. I wasn't blown away. The book did not capture me in the art style whatsoever, so I was kind of bored by, you know, not great artwork. So what did this story consist of? Well, it's titled Journey into Suspense, okay? And we get to see our Tony Stark in this world. Obviously, he's a mix of Thor and Tony Stark. And just like his real story, he winds up getting captured by a bunch of, you know, crazy elves or whatnot. Kind of like Malachi's soldiers and whatnot. And then we get to see a version of Crimson Dynamo in this book that really captures him. It's called Crimson Curse. And then we get to see the formation of the Iron Man armor in this issue as well. And it was okay. It was an okay story. Again, it took a long time to get this story to the point where I was excited to get to the issue 2 and finally get the reveal of the full armor and the actual hammer. It just was a lot of exposition once again. But by the time you do get to the end of this book, it makes you want to pick up issue 2 because we get to see a mix of Mandarin in this book and Malachi, which I thought was kind of cool. And then you get to see a mix of Loki, and you get to see a mix of Hela in there as well. So it was kind of cool by the time it got to the end of the book. So who gets this battle in these mediocre like books? Who wins? Okay, well, when you look at artwork, they both suck. When you look at covers, they're both pretty good. When you look at stories, they're both pretty boring, and they're both very exposition heavy. So which one do you go pick up going forward? Well, when I look at it, I feel that Iron Hammer is going to win this week's battle, just for the pure reason is that there's only one more issue of this, and if you want to see the complete story, you don't have to invest into too much. With Justice League Odyssey, if there's no hook for you, and this is an ongoing book, there's no reason to pick it up going forward. Again, too exposition heavy for me, not great artwork. The dialogue in the book was too heavy. I couldn't even read it half the time because it was smudged, and it's just not worth my $3.99. And looking at the long-term investment, just not worth it overall. So today's winner goes to Iron Hammer issue 1. So there you guys have it. There is the video for today. Hopefully this helped you make a decision on what books to buy. And guys, again, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, give me your thoughts on these books if you already read them, and until the next comic book review, you can check out these videos right here on the screen, guys. And if you want to, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you don't miss a single video from me, and I'll see you guys on that next review. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.